City will have a new shelter to house the influx of migrants arriving every day.
Well, after months of begging the feds for some help, apparently an area managed by the National Park Service is now approved to be used as a migrants shelter. Lissette Nunez, near Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn. What's going on over there?
Good morning, ladies. And this has been a long time in the making. Governor Hochul originally requested to use Floyd Bennett Field over a year ago, and she's finally getting that approval more than a year later. This also comes as a new Siena poll found that about 54% of the New Yorkers that were polled believe the migrant crisis is a very serious problem.
This is a big step because the answer 1 month ago is no.
New York State receiving the green light from the feds to use Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn to house asylum seekers. The site is expected to house up to 2,500 migrants. The state would have to pick up the tab when it comes to the cost of setup and staffing. The price tag is unclear as final details of the lease are still being ironed out.
So I'm viewing this as a significant development by the administration in Washington to acknowledge that we need more help here.
The city has set up more than 200 sites to house asylum seekers, as the Big Apple has welcomed more than 100,000 new arrivals since last year. The latest sites include outside the Creedmoor Psychiatric Center and the one on Randall's Island. City officials are grateful for both the state and the federal government for stepping in, but more help from the feds has been long overdue.
From the federal government, we need a decompression strategy. We need the resources like Floyd Bennett Field, but also the resources to open sites like that. That's what it'll take for us to keep up and for us to continue to make a difference in people's lives.
As New York City continues to deal with the influx of migrants, the governor has been asked by Mayor Adams to issue an executive order that would force upstate counties to house asylum seekers. The governor, however, would not commit to issuing that order, doubling down and saying that migrants should stay in New York City, citing more opportunities.
You're asking employers to expose themselves to federal sanctions to put them to work until they have legal work authorization. I'm not going to do that.
Now, Mayor Adams did react to the Floyd Bennett Field announcement. He is currently out of town. He says he's grateful for it, but once again, he described trying to keep up with the migrant crisis as a game of whack-a-mole as far as trying to open up new shelters to deal with the thousands of migrants that continue to arrive. That's the latest here from Floyd Bennett Field. We'll send things back inside.
Thank you so much, Lissette. I mean, with the rate that migrants are coming here, that field is going to be filled in a week.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Siena poll is serious. It found that 82% of voters found the migrant situation is a serious problem in New York, and 54% call it a very serious problem.
I wish the White House would echo the statements that we're saying here.
Well, you know, there are reports that the president just thinks that since New York is overwhelmingly Democratic, that he's got it in the bag. So let's see how that works out.